Okay, so the new One Piece special, One Piece episode of Skypedia actually show us the retelling anime special of the Skypedia arc, just like in the anime, but it's way different. Just like just like the episode of East Blue. So here's the review, which 2 years ago, after the Alabasta arc and Robin is in the Straw Hat crew, the Straw Hats are actually relaxing on the going merry, and that is when they saw a pirate ship falling out of the sky and a map that Luffy found. And that is where Nami had pointed out that there is an island on the sky with a stronger magnetic pole, which is pointed up. And that is when they decided to go to Skypiea. And that is when the darkness appeared, and the giant shadow monsters, the gorillas, have actually appeared as the Stras escaped as they made it to Jaya. And now that is where Robin have actually got the information about a man living on the other side of Jaya. Now this was actually before the others have gone to Mocktown, where they met Bellamy and his crew, which they are complete jackasses for mocking people. And that's where they actually went to the other side of the island, where they saw an ordinary house that's actually under a board that's disguised as a giant castle. And that is where, on the tree stump, there was a book that says Nolan the Liar, which is from the North Blue, which Sanji was actually born. Tells the story of Nolan, where he actually saw a city of gold on the island, which he actually tells the story to everybody, but no one will believe him because he actually is a liar. And that is when the king decided to go with his soldiers. But then, where they got there was an ordinary island, and the king had Nolan executed for his lies. And that is how he got the name Nolan the Liar. And that is when his descendant Cricket actually appeared, where he drags Luffy into the water and then he fights Sanji. But then he actually faints after the bends kicked in. And then he told the Straw Hats about about Nolan did find the City of Gold, and he wasn't lying, which he shared the same name as Nolan, which is Mudblood Cricket and Mudblood Nolan. And that is when we actually saw a picture of him and Mashida and Shoujo, where we get to that in a minute, where they actually saw the story of Nolan. And that is when he showed him the logbook that Nolan wrote right before he was executed about the story of Sky Island and Skypiea, where he actually wrote everything that he actually saw about Sky Island, which they actually found out that the only way to get up to the Sky Island is by through the Nagap stream, in which they actually rolled it with the help of Cricket, Mashia, and Shoujo, and they actually roll up to Skypiea, and that is how they made it to Skypiea, and that is when they actually met Mykonos and Godfall and Pierre, who was actually is God, and that is when Sotori, one of Inaru's priests, have actually appeared after Inaru say that Maximus is actually complete, which we actually knew what his plan is. Well, that's how we actually seen it in the anime and read it on the manga chapters, and that is how we can actually see of him getting to his ultimate goal, as the Lobster Express have taken Chopper and Sue to the sacrificial altar. There is where Sura is actually going there, where we actually see the Shandorians led by Wiper, the descendant of the warrior Kagura, who actually met Nolan 400 years ago after his people were suffering at a curse, but it was actually a plague, and that is how Nolan decided to cure Kagura's people, and that is how Sura has found Chopper, and then Godfall has actually fought Sura, but then Godfall was actually taken down by Sura, but then he was also taken down by Wiper by using a reject dial, which I would suspect that Satori was using an impact dial. And that is how Nami using a raver to go over to the sacrificial altar. But then she actually noticed a house similar to the one that Cricket is actually living, which we actually realized that the other part of Skypedia was actually Jaya 400 years ago, in which we can actually realize that after Nolan had decided to take the king and his soldiers to Jaya, we actually know how Jaya's other half was hoisted up by the Nagab stream, and that is how Skypea was born. And the giant bell was shooted up right on top of Giant Jack, and that is when Inaru appears, when he actually told him that he's holding a contest right after he took out Sanji and Usopp with a single hit with his Rumble Rumble fruit powers. And that is when everybody is taken out one by one as part of his game, until 5 survivors left, in which Robin had found Shandoria, the city of gold, which had actually been cleaned out by Enderu and his workers, where she, Zoro, Riper, Godfall, and Nami have actually faced with Enderu, where he actually took out Godfall, Robin, Zoro, and Riper in an instant, and that is when Nami decided to go with Enderu, which he showed her the ship that can take him to the endless verse, which is actually the moon. And that is when Luffy appeared out of the snake and decided to fight Inaru, which we actually knew that the rubber is actually impervious to lightning. So Luffy is the only one who can defeat Inaru until he activated the ship and used his lightning attack to destroy the Sky Island. But the Sky People remain unharmed after Conus and Godfall have actually had led the people out of the way. But then Luffy, who actually had a golden ball wrapped around his right hand, and he actually been kicked out of the ship, and that's how Nabi told Inaru that she doesn't want the gold, which he would have known she would have said that, or he would have known that Sanji and Usopp had snuck aboard the ship after regaining consciousness, and that's how Usopp made it to Inaru first, which he actually had Nami and had himself escape, while Sanji blocked the lightning attack, which he actually used it as a cigarette lighter. But then Luffy decided to climb up Giant Jack as he wanted to ring the bell. to prove to Cricket that these Sky Island is here. As soon as he has Navi to carry him up Giant Jack, she told everybody to cut the vines to the rest, as that's where the Golden Bell is after Enderu finds it. And that is how Luffy have defeated Enderu with that golden ball, which he called it the golden rifle. Not only that attack actually defeats Enderu, but that attack have reached the golden bell, which it rang, and that bell sound have also reached Cricket, and he actually heard the bell, which it proves that Sky Island is there. And Wiper had apologized to Nolan for keeping waiting for 400 years on behalf of Kaga, and that is how everybody has. That's how the story of. The anime special, Skypedia was actually it, and that was it. Now, I really love this anime special, including how 2 years, the 2 year version of the Straw Hats have actually hang out with the seamstress Nami Amura, who actually is an anime character who's now hanging out with the Straw Hats. And we do actually have some scenes of Ace battling Blackbeard. And I do love how the scenes of the old episode mixed together with this anime special. So I really love this anime special, and I think it is actually amazing how this anime special has told the retelling arc of Skypedia. Well, that is it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more, and comment everything about the anime special. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and like my Facebook page. Until then, this is Anime Guy going out of here saying sign out. Laters!